Hi, I'm Andrew O'Brien.
And I'm Sue O'Brien.
And welcome to another episode of our Couple on the Run, great running destinations brought to you for Partner Running TV. And today we're coming to you from Thailand. And Sue, tell us exactly where in Thailand we are.
We are on the beautiful island of Koh Samui. And at the moment we're standing on Chaweng beach, and it's just after sunrise, about 6:30 in the morning.
Now, one of the things about Thailand is, and Koh Samui, is the weather. Can be quite hot, humid at times of the year, or most times of the year. So it's often a spot for running first thing in the morning or around sunset. And,
depending on the tides.
And of course, two spots to run: on the beach itself, or the beaches, but particularly on this beach where we are, and the roads. Now, there's some challenges running on the roads in Koh Samui. Lots of traffic, lots of
bikes, yes, motor scooters.
People just go everywhere. Lots of tourists on motor scooters, so they're kind of sometimes not as alert or as competent, so they need to watch out. And lots of dogs, lots of people, and some of the smells that you pick up, particularly if you run across the grates and the drains. Kind of be a bit off-putting, particularly if you've been running for a while in the heat.
And also the sidewalks are very uneven and often very narrow, and the vendors, or the street vendors, come out across a lot of that footpath too, so it's not even very safe actually trying to run on the footpath.
So the ideal run we find here is on the beach. When the tide is out, you can run probably 3 or 4k length of the beach up and back. A couple of laps, well worth doing, and there are lots and lots of people who do that. Now, most of the beach we find when the tide is out, that the camber, or the gradient, is not quite 100% flat, but pretty close to it, and often better than a lot of roads. So, really good for running up and back. We've run here early in the morning. We've run here mid to late afternoon, depending on the weather.
Yeah.
And of course, beautiful and peaceful first thing in the morning. Lots of people to see in the afternoon. One thing to watch out for late in the afternoon is people setting up the restaurants. So again, that can be an obstacle. So what else about running here at Koh Samui, Sue?
Well, I think you've got to work out that if you're running on the beach, that really there's not going to be water available to you during your run, and it is extremely humid at most times of the year, and we're in the dry season, and we found it extremely humid in the dry season. So in the wet season you're going to have it even more humid as well. So really important to think about your hydration and make sure that you're either going to buy a drink if you finish near any sort of shops or hotels. Hotels have all got places to buy drinks, and the same with toilet facilities. You really want to use the hotel toilet facilities, and if you are trying to run on the roads, I don't know where you'd find the ladder, but you can always go into a 7-Eleven or a small shop and buy a drink, and we really do recommend getting into some sort of electrolyte drink as well if you're doing a considerable amount of running here.
So Koh Samui is the sort of place where you want to spend a lot of time on the beach during the tourist activities, but at the same time you want to keep up a little bit of exercise. You don't want to sort of get too far out of shape, and it's a beautiful spot to run or to start to getting into feet. I've seen a lot of people running barefoot, but of course you can run with your normal running shoes on the beach or on the road, and of course on the roads, but we run in our normal running gear on the beaches here, wearing a cap and sunglasses again. So Sue, if you're going to be reading a good book while you're sitting on the beach here, what would you read?
Well, I would recommend reading this wonderful, inspiring book, Couple on the Run, particularly if you are feeling a bit sluggish and feel like maybe you should get up and do some exercise.
Okay, so any other tips for running here in Koh Samui?
The sunburn factor. If you are even going out in what you consider to be fairly early morning or late afternoon and the sun maybe isn't as intense, take into consideration that there probably is quite a lot of burning element in that sun above you. So sunscreen.
And my last tip for running in Koh Samui is, depending on where you're staying, but most of the resorts are either on the beach or very close to the beach, and I think they all have swimming pools, is I like to leave my pool, my towel by the pool, so that as soon as I finish my run, if I am hot and sweaty, and I've noticed when I run here, when I actually stop, I'm a lot more sweaty and hot than I actually realised I was. I like to sit by the pool, order a cold drink and plunge.
Yes, definitely.
Cool off.
Trying to lower your body temperature here is an important factor. The body core temperature heats up so much more than we realise when we're running, and you might feel, as Andrew said, superficially cool as you're running, but your core temperature has heated up a lot, so it's really important to cool down as quickly as you can.
So when you're running those temperatures, it's important if you have time to maybe allow, you know, a good half hour, maybe even an hour after you finish your run, before you might want to be sort of, say, dressing up and going off to dinner or something to an important meeting, if that's what you've got to do, because you do continue to sweat. It takes a while to cool back down. Okay, so anything else to tell us about running in Koh Samui?
I think we've covered it. It's just a beautiful place here. The beach is magnificent. As I said, we're on Chaweng Beach, which is probably the longest of the beaches in Koh Samui.
I think it's fair to say, in terms of great running destinations, Koh Samui isn't the greatest of places to run. If you're looking to train, you've got a big event coming up, you want to do speed work, you want to, you know, deal with ideal conditions, and if you've come from a cold part of the world, it's going to be tough running.
Yeah.
So whilst it might not be the greatest running destination, it is one of the great destinations of the world, and we would take the view that any destination is a great place to run at one level or another. And so I'm Andrew O'Brien.
And I'm Sue O'Brien.
This has been another episode of our Couple on the Run great running destinations, coming to you from the beach in beautiful Koh Samui, Thailand. Until next time, what was that book, Sue? Couple
on the Run.
We've been thrilled with people sending us pictures from them reading the book all over the world, and you know, on the beach or by the pool or in a plane or wherever it might be. So if you've got a picture of yourself reading the book, send it in. That'd be fantastic. Until next time, we'll see you then. Thank you.